Bannock County election officials described their voter turnout as dismal. And since it was funded with your tax dollars, it means that you paid for those extra resources even if they were never used. Local News 8's Dennis Valera live at the Bannock County Courthouse to tell us more about this. How much did it cost, Dennis?
Jay, the elections office here spent around $90,000 for yesterday's primary. They're still calculating official numbers of that $90,000, but one thing's for sure, they definitely did not need to spend all of your hard-earned money.
It's disappointing, to say the least.
Since it was a first-of-its-kind primary for Idaho, Bannock County came in with some difficulties.
Because we've not done an election of this kind before, it was kind of hard to gauge who all was going to come out.
They used the 2014 primary as a base, where 70% of Republicans voted. Overall, for this year's primary, only 22.8% of Bannock County Republicans turned out. While costs are still being finalized, here are the expenses we can tell you about. $36,000 went to staffing polling places. About $10,000 went to ballots. $12,000 was spent for licensing vote counting machines, and $5,000 was used for new signage. Election officials are still calculating where the rest of the $90,000 was spent. Representative John Rushi spoke against the primary when it was first introduced as legislation in last year's session.
If it wasn't that contested, they wouldn't get near the turnout they had. The waste of $2 million to have a Republican beauty contest.
And locals agree.
It's kind of disappointing to see that amount of taxpayer money spent by taxpayers and then not have the taxpayers who have the opportunity to get out there do it.
It's really sad. It's kind of just stressing to me that we're paying for this and it could have been spent other ways, more beneficial to us.
Around $2 million was set aside for this primary. I'm told some of it could come back to the county to reimburse some primary costs. Live at the Bannock County Courthouse, I'm Dennis Valera.
All right, thank you, Dennis. That's a chunk of change, isn't it?
Who knows why? And this is the first time. Maybe not enough people knew about it. They were used to voting in May, but somewhat advertised. Maybe they'll change in the future.
We did so many stories on it, but we'll see what happens in the future. All right, let's move